Hey planner friends, so today is going to be a little bit more of a project that I'm working on. For 2023, my plan has been for a while is that I'm going to use a B6 Stalogy for a memory planner and journal, and then I was going to cut down a B6 Stalogy that I'm receiving from Amazon tomorrow. I was going to cut it down and I was going to use that as a week's planner. I don't really care for any of the covers that are coming out from the Hobonichi Weeks launch. And I want something that's totally, I get to use my craftiness, my imagination, all that in. So my planner friends and I have been talking a lot about what we're going to do. And I do know the B6 Stalogy is definitely, that is a yes. And the Weeks was a yes. And cutting down the Stalogy was a yes. But I was walking through Walmart today and I decided to go down through the school supply section. And I found these Pen and Gear composition books. They're dot grid papers, thin, but not see-through thin, so I'm not sure what the bleed through is going to be. The cover is a poly cover, so it'll be nice and strong. I think I'm going to cut down, well I am today, I'm going to cut down 2 of these, and I have a print Prussian cover that I'm going to try them in, and I have Moterm covers. So let's check this out and see how it's done. I've seen a lot of people do it. I'm not really nervous to do it. I did put a brand new blade in my utility knife. I do have a metal ruler, and I have a self-healing mat that I'm going to do this on. So for me, my first step, so when I cut this down, I'm going to want to make sure that I'm careful about not cutting in the middle of a dot or something like that. So what I'm going to do, I think, is flip it to the back side. I'm going to take my Weeks, my very well-loved Weeks, out of my cover. So this is a first for me. I've never done anything like this before, but what the hell? Let's try it. It's a $2 notebook. I'm much more comfortable doing this to a $2 notebook than I am a $20 Stalogy. So I want to be able to use covers like this on it. So I'm going to cut it the same size as a Weeks. So I want to make sure it's even at the top. And then I'm going to draw a line here with where I want to cut this. What do I want to use? I'll use this. I'm going to mark that off. And then I want to make sure it's the same. So it's the same height, but I also want to make sure it's the same width. And that would be here. So let's line that up at the top so it's even. And we'll mark this off. What I want to do is mark a couple of the pages here just to see where it's going to hit. Yeah, so it's going to hit right here on this dot. So I'm going to go right, I'm probably going to go over, how do I want to do that to make sure? I'm going to go in a tiny smidge. So I said in my first video that I'm not here for perfection, right? So if it's a little tiny bit off, I'm not going to freak out too much, as this is a learning process. That's 3, no, that's 3.75. Is that the same? Yes. Okay, here goes nothing. Let's actually do this one first. So I've heard you just go slow. You push down kind of as hard as you can, and you just keep going. So, my planner journey started off with, I don't know if anybody was just thinking about this today. I was just texting my friend about it. So a friend and I used to order these August to August calendars, planners when our kids were in school. And that's what we used because she was told about them when she was in college. And it's funny, I was looking through the planner section at Walmart today just to see, you know, what they have that's new and all that for the school year. And they had August to August calendars. Now, August to August is the brand, so they obviously didn't have the August to August brand, but they have their own brand of August to August now, which I thought that was really cool for students and teachers. All right, so I just have to get through this gluey part on the top. Okay, not bad. That was super easy. Nice clean cut. So then I need to do this part. Let's do this like this. Why does that look like it's going to be a little bit? Okay, so this should be a lot easier. And I just might round the edges after also. I haven't decided yet though. The hardest part is getting through that poly and then the glued edge over here. I'm at the poly now. There we go. Oops, no, one more slice. So it's a little wonky here and a little wonky there. That's okay. So this, let's see if this fits in here. Let's see how I did. Slide this in, and then I'll slide this part in. Look at that. That's awesome. So I'm going to cut down the other one, and I'm going to put them in together in a planner so we can see them completed. So let's do this one. So why did that cut a little? Whatever. Doesn't matter. So let's do this. Probably should mark it off instead of just cutting it. I'm in a rush. Don't be in a rush. So this is a pretty cool little project for a Sunday. It's quiet in our house. I think I've said before, we have a multi-generational home. I left my job during the pandemic, and our oldest child, our son, and his wife were pregnant to have their first baby in July, and they moved in with us because our daughter-in-law also lost her job as a server. You know, restaurants were not faring well during the pandemic. So it's quiet because our grandbaby is napping, and that doesn't happen very often. So we all kind of cherish that quiet. So let's try this out and see where this gets us. Maybe I can make this one a little bit straighter. Highly doubt it. Whoops. You kind of have to push up against the ruler to kind of keep it straight. I wonder if that's because of the poly cover, and now I've cut a wonky line, so it's gonna stay that way, and that's okay. It's kind of wonky like me. Almost through. Gotta get through that glued part. Okay. You can see it's a little weird. That's all right. Whatever. I am such a whatever person. This way. This one looks thicker. It is a little bit thicker. Let's move over a tiny bit. There. I was able to stay with the edge of the ruler on this one, so I'm hoping this one will be a little bit straighter. Okay. With all this extra paper, I'm gonna clamp them down, and if you just add, like, you brush on Aleene's tacky glue, and you just like let it dry each layer you do, then it's like you've made your own notebook and you just peel them off. I've done it before. It's wicked easy. So here's one, and here is the other of my wonky little books. So let's see how they fit in a Moterm. This beautiful cover my friend Stacy gave me. Let's slide this one in. Let's slide this one in. Oh, I really like that. You can still button it on the second snap. And then as it gets chunkier, I can move it. And then eventually what I'll end up doing, I really, really like these Print Pression Weeks covers. These are faux leather, and they have, so these are his TNs. He sells these for his Weeks, which look like this. And they have this for a layout on the inside. But because they're TN covers, they also have the TN elastic on the outside. Oh yeah, see how much more room there is in this? That's gonna be perfect for when they fatten up. So that's my little project for the day. Thanks for watching.